So doesn't it sound nice if life would reward you for things that you're already doing anyway, like going out to eat? Well, that's essentially what Yelp Elite is. I'm going to help you learn how I became Yelp Elite and then also help you become Yelp Elite too with 3 different tips. So I've been Yelp Elite now for about 2 years. I started in 2019 and I just got renewed for Yelp Elite in 2021. But before we can get into this video, let's talk about what Yelp actually is and what is the Yelp Elite Squad. So according to Yelp's website, Yelp was founded in 2004, and Yelp connects people with great local businesses, not just restaurants, but home services, auto services, and other services like gyms or dry cleaning. So as a Yelp user, you can go on and upload photos, reviews, check-ins, and most people are doing this for restaurants, but as you know now, there are other services too. So what exactly is Yelp Elite though? So the Yelp Elite Squad is a community of the most active Yelpers in cities across the country. So of course they're making a difference, but they also have access to exclusive events and their trusted voice because their profiles are marked as elite. And here you can see mine as an example. So essentially, Yelp Elite has given me a bunch of free, not just food experiences, but just experiences in general, from getting, I remember I got this like Brazilian rice bowl, and it was an event in person, and I refilled it like 4 times, and there was like steak and salmon, and then I also got to meet a bunch of Yelp Elite folks in the New York City community. I've gotten my eyebrows threaded, and that was my first time getting my eyebrows threaded actually. I've gotten mochi donuts. I actually got headshots, like my professional headshots for work are from Yelp Elite. I got my resume reviewed. I've gotten a whole pizza for myself that I remember trekking from like the end of Manhattan all the way back to the middle where my apartment is. But essentially the Yelp Elite experience is super worth it because you're being rewarded, as I said, for things you're already doing, like eating out and probably taking photos of your food. So how did I become Yelp Elite way back in 2019? Now I'm going to say disclaimer because I don't necessarily recommend that you become Yelp Elite in this way, but back then I remember seeing a few of my friends that were elite in college, and essentially they came back from this event where they got pizza and like free drinks or something, and I was like, oh, I want free pizza and drinks. I woke up one morning and I was like, you know what? Today's the day that I'm gonna become Yelp Elite. And so I just scheduled blocks of time, and I ended up writing over 80 reviews and posting over 100 photos in that one single day. And I was like, okay, if they're looking for lots of passion about the app and a lot of activity, I'm their girl. And it actually worked because someone who was Yelp Elite in the city that I was in messaged me, and they were saying, hey, like, saw you've been posting a ton, like I recommend you check out, you know, Yelp Elite in the future. Keep up the posting and you'll have a good shot of becoming Yelp Elite. So it was really cool to see that someone noticed my rampant activity on the app, but then it also reminded me that, okay, just one day where essentially there's like a spike in content, because basically before that I had been using the app, but it was kind of like, okay, I'm like using it here and there, and then one day I'm just like, bam! So that's obviously not the most consistent approach, but that kind of brings me to my 3 tips on how to become Yelp Elite. So the first one is around consistency. So even though you can model your Yelp Elite experience and application journey after mine, just know that that isn't the typical way, and I think the ultimate way that Yelp wants their elite community to become elite. So, you know, if you feel like you're consistently posting like a few photos, a few reviews a week, and you're not getting, you know, the elite status, know that like they created the system so it purposefully takes more time, and there are less people like me who just randomly post in one day because they want to be elite. So the second thing is Yelp Elite definitely varies by city. So first, in terms of the likelihood of applying and getting accepted and the level of competition. So if you think about any like foodie city, I'm thinking about New York City, my city, or Los Angeles, or like Houston comes to my brain. That is a foodie city, I would say. Obviously, there are way more people in the city that are eating out, that are foodies, and there's more competition when they're applying to be Yelp Elite. As compared to, say, as compared to Yelp Elite friends that are, say, in central New Jersey, I have seen that they can be posting a lot less and still be accepted into the elite program. So for example, in New York, if, you know, my goal was to have over 150 photos and like 100 reviews when I applied, versus someone in like a smaller town only needs like 30 reviews and 40 photos, right? They can both become Yelp Elite in their respective cities, and so it's good to know like how the process actually works, because it is a city by city basis. And then in terms of varying by city, that also impacts the actual like rewards and the free goodies that you get. I think when I looked in Central Jersey, they might have had like 1 to 2 free events and things going on per month, versus like if I look at the New York City, even now in quarantine and in the pandemic, there are still like at least like 3 to 4 free opportunities or events happening like per week. So I think the level of competition is justified given the rewards that you're likely to get. And last tip and reminder, Yelp is more than just photos and reviews. Obviously that's like a core part of why people use the app, but there are so many other things like checking in or becoming friends with people, commenting, sending compliments. And I think the easiest thing for me has always been checking in. You're already at a restaurant, just go to the Yelp app, go to the profile of the restaurant and just like literally click check in and you're there. And sometimes you can get free check-in deals, like a 10% off your XYZ entree or a free dessert, things like that. So it's actually fun to check in just to remember where you've been, but then there's also like many rewards that come with it. But I think people often think like becoming Yelp Elite is just the photos and the reviews, but Yelp Elite is essentially a community of Yelp advocates and like probably the people who are using Yelp the best. And if you want to say like I should be one of those people and I am one of those people, then you really gotta talk the talk and show that you know the different capabilities and the different features of the app. So definitely be doing that before you apply, and they'll be able to see all the activity that you got going on. So here's some more free goodies and good food. See you on Yelp. XOXO, your older Asian sister, the one you didn't know you had.